and being in Kenya for the second time under President William Ruto. You remember he was here during the inauguration of President William Ruto. But then this is his state visit to the Republic. And you remember last week there are several deals that were signed between Kenya as part of a joint ministerial commission bordering on trade, issues of tourism and wildlife, the blue economy. And to access the sea, Ethiopia really needs the Republic of Kenya, particularly through the Lamu port. And these are some of the deals that you expect to be signed inside here. So after the dismissal of the parade, the President and the Prime Minister, together with the delegations, will retreat and then the two leaders will join us out here for a joint press conference between the President and the Prime Minister. Addis Ababa and Nairobi have had diplomatic relations that have existed since independence. And to cement that relationship is that requirement for visa, that no Kenyan requires a visa to enter into Ethiopia, nor does an Ethiopian need a visa to access Kenya. In fact, as late as a few weeks ago, Ethiopia was exempted from the new requirements for anybody visiting Kenya, the visa-free entry, where you just fill the electronic traveler requirement. Ethiopia was exempted from it, owing to the relationship that Nairobi has had with Addis Ababa. President William Ruto introducing his ministers to Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, up to the Deputy Chief of Staff, that is Joseph Nanok, and then the Prime Minister of Ethiopia will have the moment now to introduce his delegation. And you can see the First Ladies of both nations in town, First Lady Mama Rachel Ruto and the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Ethiopia. Like I have said, in instances where we have had special occasions in the country to be in the Republic. So there are two reasons that bring Abiy Ahmed to Nairobi. One is cementing the brotherly relations between the two nations that have existed for so long. And number two, to follow up on that joint ministerial commission and the agreements really that were arrived in Addis Ababa. Last week, the Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi did not wind up the cabinet retreat. Rather, he went to Ethiopia for that joint ministerial commission. So what we expect right now, before I hand you back to studio, is that both leaders are going to have a tete-a-tete, and then polishing up on some of those relations, bilateral relations signed last week, and then the two of them will address us later, and we'll be bringing you the event live. For now, let me hand you back to studio for the continuation of the Good Morning Kenya.